You see, our Korean comrades have arrived from distant lands who do not believe in God, bringing some kind of illness with them. Starting tomorrow, you will see what the situation is, whether it's dead.
A Russian priest urges soldiers not to listen to the devilish words of godless North Koreans who have arrived from distant lands, claiming they have brought some kind of plague to our land. It's almost beyond comment at this point.
Starting tomorrow, you will see what the situation is, whether it's death, some illness, or something else, because the Lord said those words. By what they are caught, by that they will be judged. You see, our Korean comrades have arrived from distant lands who do not believe in God, bringing some kind of illness with them. These godless ones and their atheistic sins. The Lord punishes them for this, but also punishes us for welcoming them into our homes. Do not take sin upon your soul. Do not listen to their devilish speeches. Guide them to the true path with the word of God. For we are Russians, and God is with us. Our press, our banner, our weapon. Understood?
The 14th Separate UAV Regiment destroyed a Russian self-propelled artillery system using a loitering munition with a precision guidance system. Launched via a mortar-style method, this tech patrols autonomously, detects targets, and locks in for a precise strike. US-supplied loitering munitions, such as the Switchblade drones, have significantly bolstered Ukraine's defensive and offensive capabilities. These munitions offer precision targeting, allowing Ukrainian forces to strike Russian positions effectively with minimal exposure. The compact, portable nature of loitering munitions enables frontline troops to deploy them quickly for reconnaissance and precision strikes. A Russian says that the level of security provided by their Ministry of Defense is so poor that soldiers are forced to loot and take equipment from wounded comrades in order to survive.
I scavenged myself because at the first forward position, when we were there, we didn't have food, water as such. We ran around destroyed houses looking for things, finding canned food here and there, something else. As for equipment, the wondrous, mighty, wealthy armies of the Russian Federation gave me Afghan bags. These ones, which go on the white belt and hold 4 magazines, but if they get even slightly wet, you just can't pull out the magazine. The first thing I did almost in the first day was finding a flak jacket in the thickets from a comrade who was designated 300, as there were characteristic shrapnel damages on the flak jacket. I took some pouches from it and tied a cord to the flak jacket so I could run around comfortably. Well, I didn't take any boots, but you know, if something is lying around, why not take it? I needed it at that moment. I also gathered medical supplies in the residential area. We went into a house there. Unfortunately, some people just come in and start making a mess. I generally tried to be careful. I opened the drawer, checked what was needed, and took some pills. Not everything.
The Primus team from the 3rd Assault Brigade during recent operations destroyed a Russian machine gunner's nest and MTLB with ammo inside. Also, Russian infantry was tracked down and attacked with FPV drones. Hiding on the modern battlefield has become increasingly difficult due to the widespread use of small drones. These compact, agile devices are equipped with advanced optics, thermal cameras, and infrared sensors that can detect movement and heat signatures, even in dense cover or under camouflage. Their ability to fly at various altitudes and remain airborne for extended periods makes it nearly impossible for infantry and vehicles to stay hidden for long. Drones can perform detailed reconnaissance, relay live data to command centers, and mark targets for artillery or loitering munitions. This capability allows enemy forces to strike with precision and minimal warning. The proliferation of commercially available drones has further compounded this challenge, as even low-cost models can be modified to provide real-time intelligence. As a result, staying hidden from these aerial eyes requires constant movement, the use of advanced counter-drone tactics, and adaptive camouflage techniques to mitigate detection and engagement risks. A Russian Buk M1 air defense system is destroyed by a precise drop. Amazing how far Ukrainian drones can fly now. The Buk M1 is a formidable anti-air system due to its versatility and lethal capability against various aerial targets, including aircraft, helicopters, and drones. It features a sophisticated radar system that can track and engage multiple targets simultaneously, even under electronic countermeasures. Its missiles are fast, with a range of up to 30 to 45 kilometers, and an effective altitude reach of up to 22 kilometers. This makes it a significant threat, capable of striking targets at medium to high altitudes. The Sheikh Mansour Battalion captured a Jamaican fighting for Russia in Zaporizhzhia. It is the first time I hear about Jamaican mercenaries. The first is from the 1st Battalion of the 394th Regiment from Primorsky Krai. The second is from the Akhmat Regiment, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment from the Republic of Tatarstan. The third is a mercenary from Jamaica. They send their greetings to Putin, November 2024.
Живой. Спасибо украинским войскам.
Soon the Ukrainians will be able to kill the 13th Russian war blogger. 13th has signed a contract with the Ministry of Defense. He has been released from custody. Igor Guzenko was detained on October 5th on the main square of Novopavlovsk. He was wanted in a case of hooliganism, and when detained he resisted, after which another criminal case was opened against him. But in reality, he was arrested after his rant against Russian military, their incompetence and huge losses. Guzenko signed a contract with the Ministry of Defense. The case against him is preparing to be sent to the special military operation. The State Duma stated that Russians have stopped having children due to obesity. A third of Russian women who are capable of giving birth cannot become pregnant due to obesity, said State Duma Deputy Irina Filatova. According to her, excess weight is one of the main causes of reproductive dysfunction in women. 30% of women of childbearing age have some degree of obesity, and another 25% are in the pre-obesity stage. The problem is catastrophic. Without close monitoring of them, it is impossible to solve demographic issues. This is directly related, said Irina Filatova. Well, Filatova, if you start another war that results in million wounded and killed, perhaps that will help with your declining birth rates. Ukrainian President Zelensky, Chancellor Scholz told me that he planned to call Putin. His call, in my opinion, opens Pandora's box. There may now be other conversations and phone calls, just a lot of words. And this is exactly what Putin has long sought. It is critical for him to weaken his isolation as well as Russia's isolation, and to hold mere talks that will lead nowhere. He has been doing this for decades. This has allowed Russia to avoid making any changes to its policies, effectively doing nothing, which has ultimately led to this war. We understand all the current challenges and we know what to do. And we want to make it clear, there will be no Minsk III. We need real peace.
Продовжив нашу міжнародну роботу сьогодні.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.